Happy anniversary, dear.
Happy anniversary.
What better thing to do than bring my wife to a haunted location? Hello there, pair peeps, and welcome to another episode of Our Haunted Travels. I'm your host, Sean Donnelly.
I'm your co-host, Marianne Donnelly.
We're here at the
Daniel Lady Farm.
I always want to call it Lady Daniel Farm, but it's Daniel Lady
Daniel
Farm.
Lady Farm.
They are closed today.
They are.
However, we just met the owner pulling in, and he said, you know what, you guys can park and walk around to the markers because they're getting ready for the big, what do you call that, anniversary festival. They have it out here now at the farm instead of in town with all the reenactors and all that stuff, but we're not going to be here for that. That's too many people for us.
And I also have to get back to town.
And Marianne has to get back. So we're going to walk around here and show you, tell you a little bit about the farm, and of course it's on. Mm-hmm. But before we get into that, if you're into the paranormal, history, forensic, and travel type videos,
don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ding that little bell so you'll hear from us next time we post a new video.
So we've been here to Gettysburg, I don't know, about 315 times.
Not that many, but
and every time we come out here, they're always closed.
Yes.
So that's actually what I told the owner when we pulled in. It would just catch him. He goes, yeah, go ahead and park and walk around.
Yeah.
So they're normally open on weekends.
Yes.
But today is Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Now we know they're open on weekends for tours. So next time we'll go inside the house and do the tour and all that.
Yes.
But now we're just going to go around the outside and get some shots for you and make a video.
All right.
All right. Okay. Let's go.
The Daniel Lady Farm in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania was a home, Confederate headquarters, field hospital, makeshift graveyard, and a dairy farm throughout the years. Earliest records indicate that sometime in the 1700s, fur trader John Anderson settled on the property, but without a deed. In 1762, King George eventually issued Anderson a deed, and he proceeded to build a cabin-type home on the property. In 1785, the estate changed hands and Samuel Hutchinson settled on the property and began farming. Construction of the farm's stone home began back in 1820, with completion in around 1822. Upon Hutchinson's death in the 1830s, attorney Moses McLean became the administrator for the property, and Daniel Lady purchased that property at public auction in 1840 and added a barn in 1842. Enter the Civil War. On July 1st through 3rd of 1863, the Civil War came to the farm. The farm then served as a staging area and field hospital for the Confederate troops. It was the headquarters of Confederate General Johnson. Confederate records indicate that General Ewell and Robert E. Lee met with General Johnson at the Lady Farm to form their battle plan for Culp's Hill. Though allegedly forced out of their home, one of the Lady children, Sarah Jane, who was 4 years old at the time, claimed to have been upstairs. In her obituary, when she passed away in 1949, it says that her fondest childhood memory was at the old homestead in Gettysburg the summer of 1863 when she saw General Lee on the porch. After the battle concluded and the ladies returned home, they found their home in shambles. The southwest corner of the barn sustained damage. Furniture from the house was broken and used as firewood, and the doors were removed for use as operating tables. Bloodstains soaked into the floors, and allegedly there was a dead Confederate found upstairs. Daniel Lady buried approximately 38 Confederate dead in his orchard. In 1889, an earthquake struck the area and the east wall of the house bulged out, but anchor plates and tie rods were added on either side of the original S-plate to help stabilize the structure. In the 1940s, it was used as a dairy farm, and the original stalls were removed from the barn. The little building housing the facility offices today were used as a milk shed at the time, and a front porch was added to the house. Purchased and restored by the Gettysburg Battlefield Preservation Association in 1999, the historic Daniel Lady Farm underwent many changes for restoration back to Civil War era appearances. The front of the house still has the original windows and stonework, though that stonework has been repointed, but it maintains all of the original stones. The barn still displays initials carved in it by the soldiers cared for there, and the house still has authenticated bloodstains in the floor. In 2010, a forensic team from the state of New York confirmed the dark spots on the floorboards in the house were indeed stains from human blood. But one of the changes included removing the front porch that was added in 1940 to return it back to its 1863 appearance. Today, the farm and property is being continually improved to preserve its history and the role that it played in one of the most infamous battles of the Civil War. Visitors can walk the property and immerse themselves in its history via wayside markers and take a tour of the house. They also put on events at the property throughout the year, like the annual Civil War reenactments, which again allow visitors a glimpse into the past through living history demonstration of the days of war and the aftermath of that war on the farm.
It'll find it. I don't think I'll see it.
Ooh, here it comes.
Can you zoom in on it? All right, so let's talk about some of the paranormal here, which there's a lot. Many ghostly sightings and paranormal experiences have been reported, particularly in the upstairs area where a Confederate soldier's body was found after the battle. Forensic evidence, including bloodstains and unmarked graves, confirms the presence of soldiers. So, during the battle, the farm served as a hospital for both Union and Confederate soldiers, with many dying here. Witnesses have reported seeing apparitions of soldiers, hearing unexplained noises, and experiencing a feeling of being watched. The upstairs area of the farmhouse where a soldier's body was discovered is considered the most active. Forensics teams have found evidence of the soldier's presence, including bloodstains and unmarked graves, further supporting the account of ghostly activity. Some believe the farm is haunted by Confederate soldiers, including General Isaac Ewell, and possibly others who perished there. Now, what did you read about over there?
So on one of their placards, they have information about when they returned. And so after the battle, when Daniel Lady families returned on the 4th of July, the scenes that met their eyes must have been unbearable. And it's known that Daniel buried Confederate dead in the orchard that was in the field to the front left. Exactly how many were buried and exactly how many were exhumed in the 1870s is unknown, but estimations are in the 30 to 40 range, but only 10 have ever been identified.
All right, dear. David Lady Farm.
No.
Lady David Farm. David.
Daniel Lady.
Daniel. Okay. All right, dear. Daniel Lady Farm.
That's right. We've been on the property for the first time. We haven't gotten in the house yet.
No. We'll have
Next
to come
time.
back on a weekend.
Yes.
Now we know.
Now we know.
But, hey. What'd you think?
It was nice, and the guy was real nice. Told
Yeah.
us we could get out and go read all the placards, even though they were setting up for the big event. And we
we've
couldn't.
been stopped by 3 people.
Yeah,
to be
asking
tour
us
guides.
directions.
We're not tour guides. No.
Yeah.
We're tourists. All right.
All right. Anyways.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's pretty good.
All right, folks, we're going to wrap this one up. Till next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.
Let us know if you like this video by hitting that thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos from us in the future, support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and dinging that bell so you get notified the next time there's a video from Panic D Videos.
Thanks for watching.
Happy hunting!